Husaini, a freelance writer. I contribute to a few. Malaysia Insider, Malaysia Kini, Star Straits Times, so on. Anyway, I'm not asking question. I just follow on what Jahabar said about the rural people. Actually, the rural people have changed. I personally went for about 3 months to the. No, I'm not alone. Please, I was one of them, but I went independently on my own. There were other people who went also independently on their own. Some of them went as a team, but who they represent, I don't know. I am a moderate. I don't represent anyone. So I went to talk to the people in the kampung, in the Felda areas, and what I found out is, as far as the Malays in the kampung, I'm talking about Johor, yeah, from Tangkar down to Pontian, but I didn't cover the Segamat side lah, because convenience. The Malays in these areas, as far as they're concerned, they only want UMNO. All right, but whether they will vote for UMNO BN or not, that's a different thing altogether. Okay, they will never vote for any opposition. That's the point. So after talking to them, what I deduce is, the next election, a lot of them may not go to vote. Okay, so if you are an opposition, you better tell them not to go to vote. So the people who come to vote will not be the Malays, or there will be more non-Malays, and they will vote for the opposition. That's my deduction. I think it makes sense, yeah? So I told Tony how to do it, but it's up to him. He knows better. Okay, now another thing is, I actually spoke to those people that I spoken to. They know what's going on, you know. When you say they don't know, it's not true. And a lot of them are not happy with Najib. They do not want Najib, but they still want UMNO. Thank you very much.
Husaini, I agree with you. A lot of people know what's going on, but they're going to vote for UMNO. And UMNO supports Dato' Sri Najib Razak. And I don't agree that you should discourage people from voting. It's your right to vote. And an election is also a marketplace of ideas, policies, and philosophies. Right? You have 11 days of campaigning or 9 days of campaigning. Everybody does their best. I think everybody should be encouraged to vote. I do not want, and I do not think that we should discourage Malaysians from voting just so that one side wins. You know, any one side can do that. You know, and they have done over the years. Though. I've seen it myself. I've covered elections. They divert people to different balloting stations, and all that. You know, I've seen how people cheat. You know, so I think everybody should be encouraged to vote according to their conscience. If people support UMNO, it's because they remember the original UMNO. Today's UMNO is a 2.0 or some Trojan UMNO. The original UMNO with MC and MIC negotiated for our independence. So I remember our founding fathers. I don't think you want to smear their good name by telling people don't vote so that this guy steps down and then we get another government. You know, because all governments are accountable to the people every day, not every 5 years. So I don't agree with that. To the gentleman who asked, he came here for answers. Let me tell you, the answer is very simple. Okay, 1 MDB can be solved tomorrow. We just got to pay for it. So that's an extra $1. It's no extra $1. It's $1 more from our pocket to pay for it. And I think every Malaysian would have to pay maybe 15,000 ringgit or something like that. I can get Tony to calculate. I think it's 15,000 ringgit for every Malaysian. You got 15,000 ringgit. Everybody puts in the money. Gone. Disappears, right? Solution for Dato' Sri Najib Razak? Only his party can bring him down, right? His master, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, has thrown everything at him. Everything. He's still standing. So in one way, I actually admire Dato' Sri Najib Razak because he has bested his master, right? You've got to hand it to the man. He has bested his master, right? But in a competition in this country, do we want to go back and say, okay, let's blame Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad for this? We can, but we have survived him. Okay, can we survive Dato' Sri Najib Razak? I think we can. And the only way we can do it is we get everybody to discuss this, to know better. As Encik Hussaini says, people know, but they're loyal to UMNO. So we got to tell them, if UMNO supports a thief, would you support UMNO? Right? It's a simple matter. Do you support a man who has apparently, hasn't been charged in court yet, overseen the greatest scam? He has gamed the entire country. Do you support this man? If you do, well and good. We're a nation of crooks. I'm fine with that. As a journalist, I get to cover the news. And I'm assured I'll have a lot of news over the years. Thank you very much.